everyone, and welcome to this video showing you how to unlock all mutations on your mutation tree in the Eternal Cylinder. In the Eternal Cylinder, you can learn mutation recipes from special Trebum shrines. However, you can only learn 3 recipes per shrine, and there are only 11 shrines, so you can learn 33 mutations. This means you will always be 9 mutations off from learning every mutation in the game. Plus, there are some recipes where you may not be able to learn the mutation because you are no longer in a biome that has the items you need. Well, there is a way around this, and the solution lies with the Eternal Cylinder. More accurately, the Eternal Cylinder's special agents, the Cleansers, Exonerators, and Liberators, hold the key. If you kill any of these agents, they drop a weird amber item, but only after you unlock the mutation tree. Anything you kill before getting the mutation tree drops nothing. When you suck it up, the item is instantly consumed, and it grants you the complete knowledge of one mutation, protecting it permanently. This can apply to mutation recipes you know of. Whenever you consume this amber item, it will make you auto-learn the mutation without needing to complete the recipe. Be aware there is a current bug with this item that prevents it from teaching you mutations that you have the recipe for, but the devs confirmed this will be fixed in a future patch. There is a big warning I must give you about this amber item. It only teaches you mutations you have discovered, and I'll explain. If you look at your mutation tree, you can see the icons of mutations you have discovered, but there will be small black circles showing you where unknown mutations are that exist but you have not found yet. This amber item will never teach you an unknown mutation. For example, here I do not have the regenerative body known, and when I eat the item, nothing happens. But as soon as I discover the regenerative body mutation from the Squaw Heart, the next amber item I eat safeguards the mutation for me. Be aware that some mutations are time-gated, which means you cannot learn them permanently no matter what until you reach a certain part in the story. You can tell which mutations are time-gated by looking at where they are on the mutation tree. Mutations in this row here cannot be learned until you reach the desert. Mutations in the outer ring can only be learned once you reach chapter 4. So, how can you farm this special item? Well, there are several ways. There are 2 hunt events that happen in the game, in chapter 3 and chapter 4, where the mathematician sends out witnesses to look for Trebum, and cleansers to attack them. During a hunt, only 2 cleansers and witnesses are up at a time, but if they are killed, more will spawn. Cleansers are also the easiest agents to kill, as they only take 3 big energy bombs, but more importantly, they will instantly die when they go into water. In my desert hunt, there was a large body of water to the left of the pillars. In the Corrupted Plains hunt, there is a huge lake in the area where you get hunted. So during both hunts, you can sit in the water with the amphibian body mutation and wait patiently as cleanser after cleanser dives into the water. You might need to get the witnesses' attention so the cleansers know where you are. I was able to kill about 8 to 12 cleansers per hunt. This depends on how lucky you get with the spawns, as sometimes cleansers are super dumb and get stuck. I also encourage you guys to thoroughly check the entire area of any body of water for the special item, because sometimes cleansers will spawn so close to water that they die immediately, and it's possible you didn't even see them die. While hunts are a great way to farm mutations, each hunt only lasts a little more than 2 minutes, giving you a short amount of time to kill cylinder agents. So be cautious about how many mutations you have left to learn. You would hate to find out you are 1 short of completing the mutation tree. However, there will be a shrine location after each hunt, so you should never get stuck by just 1 mutation. A more reliable way to farm this item is in the desert biome, because the Eternal Cylinder will spawn Exonerators the entire time you are in the desert, and it will spawn an unlimited amount of them, although sometimes it does take a long time to get an Exonerator to spawn. As soon as you hear an exonerator traveling through the sky, save your game. That way, if anything unfortunate happens, you can reload your save and still have an exonerator to kill. Exonerators are tough and will not instantly die in water like cleansers. Each exonerator takes 8 big energy bombs to kill. While they move fast, they can easily get stuck on many environmental structures, such as these orange objects, or in between rocks. In the desert, there is one area where you can get a celestial trawala to help you out. Just run around to get an exonerator to spawn and lure it to the trawala so it gets zapped and you can reap the rewards. Now, exonerators have a kind of weird spawn point for the orange items. Sometimes I've noticed that when the exonerator dies, the amber item can get flung across the map, because if the exonerator has momentum when it dies, it can cause the item to just keep moving while the exonerator is standing still and dying. In some areas, like any slopes leading into canyons, I've noticed that there's a higher chance of the amber item falling through the ground when the exonerator dies. And this is another reason why I recommend saving your game as soon as the exonerator spawns, because you never know when it's going to glitch and fall through the floor. Now, if you are wondering about how to make so many big energy bombs, the simple solution is Glickball, Glickball, Glickball. Look for as many Glickball as you can, try to kill them. The best way to kill Glickball is to have a wheel body Trebum with the hypnotic trunk. What you can do is use your trunk to hypnotize all nearby Glickball, and then use the wheel body to roll over them, and then you can suck up all their heads and turn them into big energy bombs. You can combine almost anything with a Glickball to get a big energy bomb. However, some items will make medium energy bombs instead, but what I found to be most consistent in the desert is mixing the Glickball with the Tetra Crab. But you can also mix it with big plants. Now, I know you might be thinking about those liberators in Chapter 4. Well, the problem with the liberators is there's not as many of them around, and so they're not as reliable as exonerators. This is because liberators only appear about halfway through Chapter 4, and they can only be summoned by the mathematician, which limits you to 1 liberator per safe zone, and there is not a liberator in every single safe zone you encounter. So really, it's just a numbers game here. There are less liberators than there are exonerators. You can, however, go behind the cylinder and farm an endless amount of liberators at any point in Chapter 2 and beyond. All you have to do is keep an eye out for the geysers as you play the game. These geysers will always be close to the cylinder, which allows you to use the inflatable body to go over it. Liberators are as tough as exonerators, and they do take 8 energy bombs to kill. The problem with killing liberators behind the cylinder is that they tend to be a bit more glitchy, and they fall through the floor when they die, causing their amber item to also sometimes fall through the floor. Plus, you cannot save while you are behind the cylinder, making it a more tedious and annoying process. With this method, if you would rather wipe out all these cylinder agents to get your permanent mutations, instead of having to rely only on Trebum upgrade shrines, then you can go for it. Control your own story and get the mutations you want. Comment below any questions you have, and thanks for watching.